Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Dicebag, artist, game designer, world builder, and occasional VTuber. Doing the VTuber part right now, but also the other things. That's kind of how it goes. Making creatures is kind of almost my entire life outside of working and sleeping and eating right now. And trying to network, that's the hardest part of anything. It do be like that. Man, I gotta say, my friend group, or rather my social circle, I don't know, what do you call it? The whole general group of people that are in my social network has like increased exponentially, and I can't keep up with it. Rough times for the introvert. But yeah, that is my biggest gripe right now. We're starting off with complaints already. I can't keep up with all my friends. Can't watch all their streams. But anyways, we got Creatures Manga to work on. We're working on the Creatures Manga. I'm back at it again. We got a few corrections to make. Of course, Patron is back. Patron is back on the art assistant role. So I've got some artwork. Not artwork, line art. He's got some line art for me, and we're gonna finish it. We're gonna finish it into a real, actual finished piece of artwork for once. So yeah, that's taking a little bit of a load off my shoulders. I'm really having to learn how to delegate because of the time constraints I'm dealing with, and the fact that I'm working like 50 hours a week every week, and it's overtime all the time. And yeah, I'm having to get other people to do things for me. It do be rough. And that, getting people to do stuff also takes time. Unfortunately, you have to communicate. You have to write emails back and forth. You have to tell them, okay, I like this part about this. What can we fix this? And I've got music being made for Creatures videos, for example. Yeah. And that's even rougher than like commissioning art, which I still need to do more of. But I don't have time to get in touch with people to be like, hey, I need artwork. I don't have time to do it, so I need to pay you. I don't even have time to make other people do my crap. That's, it sucks. On the bright side, back at work, a lot of our machines have just been, they've gone to shit. That's the problem. That's what we're dealing with at work. We've got maintenance guys that don't actually know how to work on like industrial lasers very well. And so that means that whenever they fix a problem, they create another problem. And nobody realizes there's a problem until night shift comes in and tries to use the thing because they were working on it on day shift. And then night shift comes in and it's like, oh wait, this thing don't work. Hey, you fixed the one problem and now there's another problem. What happened? But we can't say that to anybody because nobody's there. Everybody went home already. But the good news is, I said there was good news, and I proceeded to tell you about bad news. However, the guy that used to work on the machines, the maintenance guy that we used to have, so he left like a while back, like probably over a year ago, because I guess he wasn't being treated as well as he thought he should, or getting paid as much as he thought he should, or whatever. Whatever the reason, he went and like started up his own thing, doing like contract work. But he's coming back, which they must have paid him a lot of money to get him back on. But he's coming back, and he knows how to fix things. So maybe we'll start to make some progress once we get the machines fixed. But anyways, look at this face. That's not how it should be. We're gonna have to fix this. This is the problem. There's only so much description I can give to another artist that will actually get the point across. So I tried to avoid the description problem by giving them sketches. But at some point, I have to leave out information on the sketch. Otherwise, like, I'd just be doing the whole thing myself. They have to interpret it a little bit still. So it's closer. It's closer. It's better than doing it all myself. But I still have to make a few little corrections here and here. Especially with Guildheart. What the hell is this? Okay. What's going on? We gotta redo the reference on Guildheart first. File, save as. For the record, the current PNG that I have for Guildheart, I think I messed up on the last stream or the stream before that. It looked like this. I saved it like that. We gotta fix that. We gotta get that. We gotta make this the PNG. There we go. You can't see the menus, of course. It just looks like I'm sitting here staring at the screen. Alright, we got a proper reference for Guildheart for me to go off of right now. Finally. So his helmet. Now granted, this is partially my fault because I did not look at the reference very closely when I drew Guildheart the first time. Holy fudge though. Lines be small. Let's see. The helmet should be probably like so. With the chin going like this, Guildheart's got a pointy chin on his helmet here. So that means that this and this are the angles of the actual face of the helmet. Drawing helmets is actually kind of rough. They're a lot more geometric than faces. So you have to be a little more precise or they just look wrong. So, let's see. Guildheart's eye slit should be like so. Know what? We're just gonna make an entire block and then erase the points where there would be no black. And that'll be a little more efficient than trying to draw in every single thing. I'm actually gonna have to, like, use a smaller brush here. Okay, whoop. There we go. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. He looks so much more badass now. Oh, wait. We gotta fix some of this. Do like so. And that should be good. Close enough, at least. Actually, you know what? No. Okay, now the next thing. Next thing we've got here. We gotta get her little hair things figured out. Alright, Viridian Mender, that's who we're working with. You know what? We're gonna keep her color in front of the hair. But all the armor behind it is going the way of the dinosaur here. Oh, CSP is always doing this thing where I'll try to select one layer and it selects two layers. I'm not sure if that's something with my inputs or what, or with the stylus I'm using or something, or my settings, but it's really annoying. I need to remember to keep my chats and stuff above everything else. They're getting covered up by my references. Alright, that, and then need to give her twin tails up here. Actual twin tails. There we go. Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, it looks like Patron misunderstood what was going on here. So yeah, this is like rocks. They're in a cave right now, so the ground is rough and stony. Yeah. And we'll throw in some texture on the shield here. Oh yeah, there's another thing. This guy's got like the same thing going on with the Guildheart's mask has. Or helmet, rather. Not mask. It's a helmet, not a mask. They got like these breathing holes in here. Yeah. Oh, don't mean to do that. There we go. Not that he actually breathes. Well, he might. You know what? I have decided that the construct creatures actually do have like some kind of anatomy to them. Well, not biology. Let's say biology. They have a biology to them. They are living creatures in some sense. Not just like robots. Alright, I need to stop nitpicking because this is basically good enough. We're just gonna darken this. Let's do a little bit of softening on the curves here. See, then we got to do the face for the Minder here. Forgot he left that off. I almost just went ahead without it. Okay, CSB, do your autosave thing. Hurry up. One thing I tried to do is like make something off about the eyes of each character that's different than my usual style, like my default way of drawing. And for her, it's the way the eyelashes are drawn like this. Normally, the eyelashes are drawn like so. So they've got this like thing in the corner like that. But with her, we just go straight like this. So instead of pointing outward, they're pointing upward. And of course, she's got kind of a sad look to her eyes. The shape. The shape goes like this, as opposed to like this. Or this. Or like, I don't know, there's all kinds of details of eye shapes that you can add. Or just the general, Getting the gist of how eye shapes affect the way the character looks is something that a lot of people don't learn for a while. We want to have her kind of looking upward. So we're going to move the face up on the page here. Make sure she looks a little pensive about this whole situation. They're going into a combat situation here. I know they're going to be facing creatures of unknown quantities. It's dark. The only light they have is her rod up here. Very scary. Alright.
Rayzono Grim said, "Hey Dice."
Hey there, Grim. How's it going? Just getting a start on this art stuff over here. See, I haven't even checked up to make sure every place I'm streaming to is actually functional. Okay, Odyssey be doing alright. Twitch. I assume Rumble's doing alright.
Said, "It is going alright. And how are you?"
Oh, I was just lamenting how I can't keep up with all the people I'm trying to keep up with. My social circle has expanded beyond my abilities. Also, things might be getting better at work because the guy who used to do maintenance on our machines is coming back. Instead of having the dudes who don't seem to know what they're doing trying to fix everything and making things worse in the process usually. So hopefully that leads to some actual like Fridays off, like I'm supposed to have.
Rayzono Grim said, "LOL, know that feeling, and that was before my social circle expanded beyond my usual small group."
Yeah, there's so many freaking people streaming and doing art and stuff that I'm trying to keep up with, and it's like, oh, I can't. I can't even remember who I need to be talking to or getting in touch with or keeping in touch with or showing up for. Networking is hard. And I need to commission more people to do stuff because I'm working so much overtime and I can't do it all myself. But I have money to give people to do it for me, but I'm so busy, it's like hard to find the time to get in touch with people to do that stuff. Ugh! Oh, we're getting there. I think I'm slowly getting better at it.
Rayzonogram said, yeah, doesn't help that you have these people over here on Twitch, you have others on YouTube and then others still on Kick or Rumble.
I've been trying to wean people off YouTube recently. Whenever I make a post about my streams, I usually only include the Twitch and Rumble links anymore. Because over on Odyssey, like, I just grow. Like, I've figured out the system where people will just come, I can get viewers over there. I don't get chatters, I don't get live viewers. They don't really come in and say anything. Hi Odyssey, by the way. Hi lurkers. How many of you are there? Do we have people watching over on Odyssey, right, meow? I can't see. I don't know, it's a little buggy over there. Yeah, but I can get views on the VODs over on Odyssey without help. And YouTube, I'm actually, I've switched, like, my strategy over there because apparently YouTube doesn't like it when you, upload, videos on the same channel that you do for streaming. So I'm moving my, standalone videos for like lore and like art stuff over to a designated channel for that. I haven't really gotten into that because there's another expansion in my social circle that I've got a composer working on some music custom made for creatures. And I'm kind of waiting on him before I actually start posting any videos over there because the stupid music I've been using is like a 50-50 chance if it's gonna end up being copyrighted or not. Even after I've been using it without issue for a while. Because copyright trolls do that. And YouTube don't care. But yeah, I just got some new
Rayzonogram
demos.
said, yeah, YouTube is real weird about its system. Stream and upload on same channel like you said, and while you have the ability to bulk upload, doing so hurts you in the algorithm.
Yeah, I don't know why they can't just like recommend things on a video by video basis. Like, if you upload a regular video, show it to people who like regular videos. If you do a stream, show it to people who watch streams. Like, why does it gotta be, oh, your channel has to be all this thing all the time? We have to recommend your channel, not your videos, your channel. Freaking hate YouTube systems. I hate algorithms in general. It's like, social media algorithms are like trying to play a game where the rules change all the time and nobody tells you what the rules are at any given moment. Like, it's just stacked against you. Freaking crazy. I still remember the days of like Tumblr where you didn't have an algorithm showing everything or deciding everything that you saw. That's why I'm nostalgic for Tumblr, even though it was like a psycho-communist hellhole.
Said, exactly. If I want to play a game, I will load up Steam. Thank you very much.
But yeah, I got demos back from my composer just yesterday and sent him some feedback this morning. I need to actually start doing the coloring part of this. I'm nitpicking at the line art when it's supposed to be done by now.
Said, nice.
I sent him some feedback and I got some feedback from one of my boys in the Discord server too. Wait, what is that? Why does that line disappear? That's annoying. Oh well, shouldn't be a big deal. So the demo the guy sent me for my painting videos, or the speed paints, the speed rolls, whatever you want to call those, the time-lapse art videos, has got like this nice dream-like quality to it that I like. So I think it's gonna turn into something pretty good. The other one, I'm not sure what he's doing with exactly. The thing he sent me, like, this is for the lore videos, but like the demo he sent me sounded like a song you'd hear in like an old Lord of the Rings kids movie that's from a scene with cartoon orcs marching through Mordor. Like, that's the sense I get out of the music he sent me. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's the way I want it to be. Hopefully he can come up with something better. But even then, like, the first thing he asked me was like, is it too dark? And I'm like, oh yeah, dark. That is what it is. And too much of it too. Oh geez, this dude's hand is looking like a claw now. I should have left it. Alright, let's... This is in the wrong perspective. Alright. Alright. I think I've done enough damage to the line art. Now we gotta start laying down the black and white by, let's see, we gotta start with the light colors first. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna make this a, oh wait, I should reference the other thing that I have already finished as an example. This is the art style we're going for with the coloring, or the shading, or the rendering, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Okay, that's the background. That's the shading, and that's the deep darks. Okay, that's the base color. 20%? Okay. So, we're going to put this at 20% opacity and just use straight black. We'll fill in some of these lighter parts, and then on the darker parts, we'll just layer more layers of the low opacity black on top of it. And that'll make progressively darker shades. Let's see, I guess her hair should probably be like that. You know what? I think the pauldrons should probably just be left white. They're kind of a gold color, but they're not as dark as the other things. Let's see, Geldhart. Pretty much all his armor is going to be fairly dark. It's a pretty dark color of green. I should probably put the references up on the screen. That might be nice for viewers. I wish OBS would automatically scale the images down. When you put them on the screen, because it's such a pain doing this every single time. Alright, she fits. And I completely messed things up. There we go. I deselected her. You know what? Let's make her a little bigger. And put her behind me. There we go. And we'll throw Geldart on here. He has way too much white space in his character image. But that's okay. We'll deal with it. Now get behind me, Satan. Okie dokie. So back to putting the greens on Geldhart here. Then the chainmail parts will leave white. Then he's got browns too. So we'll fill in all that. Whoops, what the hell happened? Okay, I don't think it was important. I saw something move in CSP out of the corner of my eye, but I don't see any actual changes. And there we go. Oh yeah, we gotta put some in here on the verdant rod. 'Cause that's gonna be relatively dark. And her headband. Let's see, what else do we need? Now we need this. Might have been better to do that on a different layer because I'm going to be doing some tweaks to it just because it's going to glow. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Also, there's something about Geldhardt's design that I totally forgot that I need to fix. It's that he has no gloves. He should definitely be wearing gloves if he's got, like, hand armor. You don't want freaking armor on your skin at all times. So we're going to give him some fingerless gloves here, which I neglected to do in his character reference. I think this can actually go away. There we go. The hand do look awfully awkward though. Something ain't right. I don't know if it's not right enough for me to actually like stop and fix it. I think I'll call that good enough even if it's not. Oh, wrong thing. Okay. Let's see, how did I do the fire before? This is why I rendered an entire frame beforehand, just to get a consistent idea of how to go about doing the little details of the style. Okay, so it looks like the glowy bits are just kind of part of the actual flat layers. So we're going to remove this because this is the lightest layer. Let's see. No, we do not want to clip that layer. Let's see, can we clip that layer? Okay, yeah. There we go. And this is going to be another 20% layer here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to layer on the darker parts. Okay, maybe we don't want to clip it to the layer. Yeah, we don't want to clip it to the layer. You know what? It actually would have been more sensible if I went in the opposite direction with this. Oh well. So this is where we're going to start putting in the color of the glows and the flames. What we can do, so we can take this and then just hollow out the center where it's the most glowy. Now what I should have filled this part in with that layer too. I'm thinking the armor on Chevalog over here should also be darker. All the metal bits. Because I still got like one more pass of the lights and darks that I need to put in. Not sure what this is right here. What's the sketch say about that? Okay, that was part of the flames. That's kind of what I thought. Okay, let's tweak that. Yeah, this is part of that whole communication thing. I know what I meant. As soon as I looked at the sketch, I was like, oh yeah, that's what that is. The patron had no idea. Let's see. Alright, you know what? I wasn't going to do it, but let's darken his armor even more. I was going to leave it where it is, but I still have like one more pass to do for the darks. So that'll still stand out even though it's not the darkest. At least it should. Alright, so here's the third one. And there's not a whole lot I need to put on for this one, I think. Let's see, mostly straps. I think that'll do it. You know what, though? This is bugging me. Got the wrong perspective there. There, that already like gives it more of a sense of sticking towards the camera, just getting the perspective of the curves right. Good, good, good. Here's another thing that's bugging me. Okie dokie. Now we can start to add actual shading. I'm gonna have to reference the other one I finished again, just to see exactly how I was going about this. Let's see, that's the flats. Alright, so it looks like I've just got 2 layers of shading. The shadow shapes and then like the deep darks and reflected light. Oh wait. I need to know... 35%? Alright, I was probably using a, what do you call that? A low transparency brush for some of that. Okay, here's where the fun begins. So the light is coming from this guy as the source, so all the light is gonna be coming away from the fire, and the shadows are gonna be in the back, probably pretty heavy because this is supposed to be a dark scene. One thing I need to do though is actually select parts that are colored in, so I don't have to worry about coloring outside the lines. It might actually be better to, Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna have to select even more because the light parts need shading too. Oh, whoops. Okay, refer to all layers. That's what we want. There we go. Want that and that. And the fingies. And all this. No, wait, we actually don't want the fire. I've been deliberately trying to avoid drawing into the fire. Because that's gonna be its own little rule set of shading. And we'll also select the line art too while we're at it. Wait, what is going on here? I didn't also select the line art, I selected just the line art. Okay, there we go. Getting my hotkeys mixed up there. Okay, I think I have everything selected that I need to have selected, and we can continue doing the thing I was going to do. Actually, one of the things I was going to do is just straight up darken it all. Because in a lot of ways, it's easier to work subtractively and just remove the layers that you don't need. I don't need to be too specific with my stuff here because we're gonna start feathering the edges. Anyway, though it does help if I just straight up get it right. There we go. See, it's actually usually gives you better results to work subtractively when you want to have like dramatic lighting. Alrighty. Now we gotta do the same for her. Now that I'm dealing with it, I think I might have been better off just doing her shading the other way. The normal, non-subtractive way. Oh well. I'll be trying a little too hard on the face shading. You know what? Oh, I can't do that right now. I was gonna say, I want to get rid of, like, this bulb in the center. I don't think that was in the original sketch, and it's supposed to be completely open. But if I do that, I'll have to, like, undo my selection that I had that took like 5 minutes to do. So I will wait. That's looking pretty alright, I think. Got some nice dramatic shadows happening. Dramatic shadows? Whoops, that's not right. Alright, so we're gonna... But I need to check how I did that again. It's just a 100%? Oh, that's right, then I feathered it out. Okay, I get it, I get it. I get how I did that. Alright, so I guess this layer is just gonna be... straight up black. Or as black as it gets in this monochrome stuff. You know what though, let's lower the opacity a bit just for now, so I can see things a little better. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of like rim light on the metallic parts. We'll also add a little bit of this whole thingy right here where we darken the edge, specifically on the metal parts. I think that'll look nice when it's all said and done. So like right here, we're gonna erase just a tad there. I actually have to go back and erase a little more when we do the whole feathering part. Maybe not that much though. New channel. Hello, Squishy, by the way. Am I on the wrong Rumble channel? I'm on the... Oh! Hell! No wonder. Well, this is wrong. Let me see if I can fix this. Edit. Don't know if there's a way to switch to a different channel midstream. Oof, that sucks. Now I don't know why it does this, but I have a separate channel for Dice Bag Games instead of my normal. Like, I don't know how that happened, but it's fumbled me up before. Where I have like a personal channel and then like an actual channel. I don't know why there's a difference. I don't know how one became a thing and the other did not. But apparently, that's just how it be. Let me have a chat with Rumble right now. Yeah, of course the stream isn't showing up on my main channel. I made a new preset for my Rumble streams for this time around, and that apparently has screwed me up. Thumbnail, description, tags. Okay, we got spammers here. We don't want your shit. Okay, I can change the channel in the settings. The changes have been saved. I wonder if that actually worked. Let's see. Oh, it appears to be over there now. Dice Bag Games, it now says. Wow, that's convenient. That is a function I did not expect Rumble to have. Because, like, nobody else would let you do that, as far as I can tell. It seems very unusually advanced. Thanks, Rumble. Thanks, Rumble, for letting me switch channels midstream. That's actually, like, crazy. Rumble actually, like, has their streaming game pretty well down. It's surprising. Like, if I cut off during a stream and then, like, restart the stream, it'll not only, like, pick up on the actual stream where I left off. It'll actually merge the two parts into one single VOD. Which is real useful because occasionally I got internet problems that do that. And I have to do stupid workarounds with every other one. Every other place I stream to. If only Rumble could actually, like, bring in normal people to the platform, it'd be great. Seem to have most of their technology figured out. It's just like the actual human part they're still working on. Alright, let's get the flames figured out here. Okay, that's the layer we need. Need to remember they're lighter on the inside, lighter on the inside. Put the darks on the outside. Okay, how's that looking? It's looking alright, actually. Oh no, I moved something, didn't I? Okay, it's alright. You know what, I really should have put the dark parts of the fire on the flats layers. Alright. I think it's time I just start feathering things out. And we should be getting pretty close to done with this one. We're just gonna take a pass over all the shadows. Give it this feathered edge that Pokemon styles are known for. I'm thinking I probably should have done the darkened edges after this, actually. Now that I'm seeing how it works out, I'm probably going to have to go back and redo those. Oh yeah, this is another thing I should have added before. A little more texture to the shield. Oh yeah, the helmet. That's what I'm missing. Oh, I was missing something. And then the darks will do the same. And as I was expecting, a lot of these things on the edges are just not looking so hot. Let's go ahead and remove those darker edges, and we'll put them back in after we've already done the feathering and everything. That should look much better. Especially like this. Ew. That looked nasty. Ooh. I do want to put in some real bright highlights on the metals. Alright, I think I've got everything, and if not, I've gotten enough of it that I can't tell the difference. Huzzah! Let's just go ahead and use a lower opacity while we do these things. I'll put some darker edges on here, as I had before. But that doesn't look as nasty. Never thought about it before, but y'all can probably hear me tapping on the screen when I move stuff around. I do be kind of rough on my equipment sometimes. Let's see. I'm gonna go back in and erase some of the flats to make room for some highlights. Alrighty. Add a little bit over here, actually. Could add a lot bit over here because she needs hair highlights. Needs a little more opacity here, or less opacity rather. Ugh. Okie dokie. Let's see, how much detail did I go into with the eyes on the finished one? Okay, it's got a little bit of shading, but not like a great deal. Didn't go all out. I'll just go in and get rid of the shadows on the top. It's actually starting to look okay. Add a little bit of texture to his chainmail here. And there's something I've been forgetting. Okay, I think this might be the last little detail here. We're gonna give her some highlight on the shelf there. Alright, now we need some background stuff. No, wait. Gotta darken up this part. Now, where's the backgrounds? Whoops. Now, this is pretty much all of the shading and rendering is done with opacities on various layers. We're gonna have to avoid drawing on that part when we do the backgrounds. What size of brush gonna be good for this? Maybe like so. Size might be okay, but that's a little too much, a little too strong. Let's take it down even more and kind of blend out the lower parts. Actually, might be good to have like a cast shadow behind her. I probably should have done that all on a separate layer. Let's undo that and do it the right way, so I can make adjustments. Okay. Now we gotta reselect stuff on this side. You know what, let's make a whole extra layer for this so we don't have to worry about running into the other side. No, we're gonna darken the whole thing. Oh no. There's a little gap. I forgot the gap. Alright. What am I doing? No, wait, that's not what I want to do. Alright, there we go. Oh, Dingus! Dingus brought the crew. Hello. Rumble's being a little funky today. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Hello, boys. Thanks for the raid, Dingus. We're working on some creatures art here. As usual. I guess that goes without saying with my streams most of the time anyways. How's it going, boys? I don't think I'm gonna have any co-hosts this time. I know Evergrade said he wouldn't be able to make it. So I'm just here, plodding away, actually getting work done instead of, chatting. How'd the girl stream go? Whoops. I don't need to expand the selection, I need to shrink the selection. Whoops. Now I need to inverse the selection. Oh, that ain't right. I also need to select the line art. Hold on, I'll get it eventually. Alright. We select the line art. The stream put the hoot and cooties. I see. I see. Well, this is way more complicated than it should be right now. All I want to do is select this whole panel and then select the flat colors. Wait a second, no. I want to just select the flat colors and the line art. Then we expand the area. Yes, yes, this is what we're trying to do. Here we go. Delete. Voila, we have a nice ring around everybody so you can actually distinguish them from the background. Although it kind of screwed me up on the edges here. Having a hoot, guys? I am having a hoot. I guess you could say that. Holy hell, though. I really screwed up that thing I just did for like the 3rd time in a row. Let's try this one more time. That's not good. CSP just went black on me. Okay, it's back. It's back. Thank God. Okay, so I'm just gonna take the eraser to it by hand to make sure I don't erase the parts that I want to keep. Keep on having a hoot. How did you think the stream went, Dingus? Did you learn about women? I think the more I learn about women, the less I understand them. Alright. I'm not entirely sure about the background still. It feels a little too, like, jarring. The more you learn about women, the more you understand them in that they are not men. Well, I mean, you don't have to call out their disability like that. I feel like I should have added some motion lines onto this, but I think it might be a bit too late for that. They're handy capable. Okay, they're definitely capable of some things. As I mentioned in the stream, females do have a better perception of colors, which is very useful as an artist. I wish I had female eyes. You want to know if you're dealing with a male or female artist online? Check the colors. How good are their colors? Whoop. Oh. My old man's shoulder has been bugging me again recently. My posture at the keyboard probably isn't helping either. I've got like, when I'm working on art and stuff, I do like the opposite of the shrimp posture. I'm like leaning forward. I've got like chicken posture. Yo, I'm looking for things to nitpick on this right now, but I can't really find anything. I think I just have to stop and actually do the next one. Poor me. I have to start all over. How's it looking, boys? What do you think of this page? My usual critics aren't hanging out in Discord with me today, so I need some normie eyes on this. Kind of scene in my drawing. It's a little scene from this mini comic I'm working on. Just telling a little story from the creature's world. I guess you're always having to correct your typos. Slow down. You don't have to type at 100 words a minute, bro. I did another one a few weeks ago. This one actually seems less fully developed. Probably just because it's not as dark. Yeah, the background's not as dark. I could probably stand to lighten it up a tad. Let's go to the background parts. I'll just lower the opacity a bit. That way it's a little more consistent with the other ones. And we gotta move on to this one here. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to clean up the line art a little bit here. God, I'm trying to think of things we can talk about. But I've like checked out of any kind of internet drama this week. What's been happening? I haven't been on Twitter. I've been doing other things for once. I saw some people screeching about Stellar Blade, but I think it was what do you call that? A false alarm. Somebody noticed a very slight difference in like the pre and post patch outfits that were being released. And they were screaming censorship, but it was literally like more exposed in the post patch one. Don't use Twitter. That's where all the fun is, with the crazy people. Yeah, there are still people on mines, but you're gonna have to look for people that aren't like psychos. Mines is like just as crazy as Twitter sometimes, just in the opposite direction. And it's mostly in the ads. There's crazy people on Rumble. Oh yeah, well, there's crazy people all over the internet, really. You're never gonna get rid of all of them. Twitter will drip feed you rage bait, though. That's something I actually kind of hate about it, but it's also useful when I need to like come up with something to talk about. Just get on Twitter. What the hell are people complaining about? Let's talk about that. You know what? I could do that right now. I have x.com open in a tab. Oh damn, one of my scheduled posts just went off. On the creatures RPG, whatchamacallit, account. Yeah, for those of you who are on Twitter, I did make a alternate account specifically for the game, Creatures. There's some scummy people who suck up to the big wigs at Rumble, and I don't think they've noticed the true nature of these people. I probably don't watch enough Rumble to know who you're talking about. I did see Nick Rekieta got into some absolute crazy junk this week. Well, he's probably been in it for a while, but those suck-ups on Discord. Oh, does Rumble have a specific Discord? I freaking hate Discords. Yeah, Grim was in here earlier, and I was talking to him about how, like, my social circle online has expanded far beyond my ability to keep up with it all. I've been trying to show up to more streams of people because it's like I don't know where else to talk to them. Rumble used to have an official Discord, now it's unofficial. Bunch of drama surrounding how it happened, and a lot of people wanted to blame you. Huh. This is why I generally don't care for Rumbles that I'm not, like, running myself. Not Rumbles. Discords. I haven't watched Rekieta for a while. Was surprised to see that he's just, like, gone off the deep end. I thought he was a reasonably stable dude, but apparently not. Alright, let's get a face on this guy. Oh, Viva was covering the trucker convoy, was he? I think I saw him on some other shows that he was talking to about that at the time. That was quite a while ago. Oh no, he's a Canadian too. Bro, the pop-out Rumble chat does not show the emojis properly. Wait, this one is. Make a new pop-out, it shows them correctly. This guy needs some sweat. He is looking at a rough battle ahead. Had issues with the pop out, that's what she said. Oh dude, I completely scuffed the beginning of my stream. Squishy Banana had to come in and point out that I was streaming on like my account channel rather than my channel. If you know what I mean, which is a thing I've done before, so like, I was able to figure out what the problem was pretty soon. And fortunately, Rumble actually lets you just switch channels mid-stream if you go into the edit menu. Which is something I was not expecting it to let me do. Rumble has some good surprises. Yeah. They've actually got like some good tech going on. They just need to freaking develop their audience and fix kind of their presentation, which is really their main sticking point, I think. It's just they keep pandering to like boomers. Like, hey, you want to watch Fox News on the internet? Needs some improvement, but it'll get there, and you don't sharpen a knife by passing it over wet stone only once. Yeah. A lot of people are just kind of writing it off, but like it's kind of counterproductive, really. Like the same people who are like, oh, we need YouTube alternatives will also be like, oh, these other sites don't have all the functions of YouTube. And it's like, neither did YouTube when it was this age. People like to think that everything can just happen instantaneously. That's just not how it works. Just because something exists in the world doesn't mean everybody has access to it or the capabilities to get it and use it. Hate that mentality. It's especially true with technology. Like, there's so many little workarounds that you have to do when it comes to programming stuff. If you're not familiar with it, and you have to figure it all out yourself, there's gonna be a lot of trial and error happening. They got the right ideas. I wish somebody else would implement something like channel points that Twitch has. YouTube ain't got it. And Twitch has it locked behind a threshold of growth, so you can't use it unless you're an affiliate. Which kind of makes it hard to do fun things on the platform. Of course, they've also got emotes, custom emotes, locked behind affiliate status too. Alright. I think I might be ready to actually start coloring on this one. Finally! I'll do a lot of little corrections on it. I think we're good. Okie dokie. Okay, this fill tool needs a much higher tolerance. It's sticking in places where it shouldn't. Rendering all these magmances might be a pain. And the eggs. The eggs. Ugh. The fill tool is supposed to make this less of a pain, but I don't know if it actually is. Given how many little corners it misses. Oh yeah, Creebean over here. You gotta get him colored too. Draw that shit. Yeah, I actually get art done when I don't have the other guys here to distract me, huh? There's probably a less entertaining stream. But alas, progress is progress. Let's see. I think that's all I need for the main flats. Now we'll go in and do the darker ones. Make creatures a reality. I'll be here to support. Well, thanks, Diggus. We actually have a lot of stuff going on with creatures behind the scenes right now. I wish I could talk more about it, but I mostly just don't have time to. I am on a stream right now where I'm just drawing, so I guess I could talk about it now, huh? I actually did talk about it a little earlier, but didn't have a whole bunch of people here. Grim stopped by and I was telling him all this stuff. I got the website going. I don't know if you call it going yet, but it's coming. It's coming or going, it's doing something. There's gonna be a Creatures dedicated website. And I may or may not be able to add some kind of like what would you call that? Like a browser game, kind of like a Neopets to it, because that's something I kind of wanted to do. Just to have something like simple for people to engage with on their own time when they don't have like people to play Creatures with. Should talk with Peter Claymore more. I never see the guy anywhere. He's bad with social media. Everybody's bad with social media that I try to hang out with, it seems like. Really, our whole, like, I don't know, side of the culture war, you might say, seems like they don't understand social media very much at all. Like, it's so hard to get in people to engage with stuff. Alright, I think we need one more layer and that'll be it for the flats. Whereas also, as I was saying before when Grim was here, everything's algorithm driven now and it's hard to keep up with because the algorithms just freaking change on a dime. It's like trying to play a game where the rules are constantly changing and nobody tells you what they are. That is one of the things that drew me to Minds in the first place, because I kind of got my feet wet on social media stuff back in the Tumblr days, where there was no algorithm. If you wanted to find something, you searched for it. And it made it real easy to know, like, the rules of the game, because they weren't being twisted and tweaked and changed on you. It was just, okay, people like this gets more views, like doing things this way, talking to people like that got you eyes on your stuff and like people interested in what your content is. But that's not the case anymore. You just have to hope and pray that the algorithm likes the thing you do and wants to show it to people. On YouTube, when the algorithm started becoming a problem, I was like, guys, here's the solution. It's called bookmarks, but my reach was 0. Yeah. It's like on Twitter, people be like, oh, why is my feed like it is? And it's like, well, get on the following feed, not the For You feed. But no, everybody default to the For You feed. Because they're stupid. But yeah, when YouTube did the thing where it's like, oh yeah, we're not gonna notify you about all the things you subscribe for. It's like, what? Why do I subscribe to them then? Like, that was the entire point of subscribing to a channel. Is to get notified when they post something. But then they're like, ah, nah. Freaking hated that. And even when you do subscribe and enable the notifications for everything, it feels like sometimes you just don't get it. Like, I was looking at a Vtuber I follow the other day, and I'm like, no, actually today, I saw them post a stream on Twitter. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen that Vtuber in a while. Have they been inactive? And then I go to the channel, and she's got like freaking... She's streaming like 5 days a week, and I'm like, what the hell? Why didn't I see any of this? Oh, hey, Grim. Welcome to the Rumble chat, Grim. Freaking hate the YouTube algorithms. Tomboy enthusiast, hey. Didn't notice you here before. I don't know if you just been lurking or what, but welcome. I think we're ready to actually start the actual shading here. This is the annoying part because I have to select things specifically. Alright, I think we got all the characters selected. Had bookmark lists. Every day you would right click, open all, see what new videos people had on their uploads page, control... Bro, you've already lost me. I don't think I've ever actually used bookmarks in YouTube. If there's something I want to save for later, I put it on a playlist. But yeah, that doesn't solve the actual, whatchamacallit. The notification problem. Talking about how to crush the YouTube algorithms. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm just having, like, I'm losing your instructions. I can't parse it with streamer brain and artist brain going at once right now. Kind of play with the algorithm by opening up a private tab and then going back to some favorite videos. Videos I'm meant to look up or channels and just see what it gives me as I go. You know what? I think I have the D mainstream YouTube plugin, but I don't think it's enabled. Maybe I should think about doing that, putting it back in, re-enabling it. Because search is really bad on YouTube right now. That's probably the worst sin. They screwed up the search. You know what? I didn't need to preemptively darken all the creatures. It's going to be easier to do their shading without that. Okay, CSP, do your autosave. I know I've got a massive file and it takes a second. Dude, the file I'm doing this on is like over 2 gigs because of how many layers I've got. Okay, search is bloody awful, Grim says. I was actually trying to find some VTubers that were debuting today and were live, and YouTube could not figure out who I was trying to find. That's sad. That's actually just bad. Like, there's no squaring it. That's just... It's like not functional even. Okay, you know what? It probably would have been better if I kept... if I did, in fact, keep these things darkened first. Sometimes the algorithm recommends absolute bangers. It does. Although I've noticed, like, there's some channels where, like, people will just start talking about them. Or I'll see them, like, in the algorithm, and it's, like, the first time I've ever seen them. And then, like, everybody's freaking talking about them. It's like the algorithm just straight up controls your audience. And these will be like channels that are like years old. but I hadn't heard about them until recently. And then everybody else in my circle is talking about the same channels. It's like, what the hell? What VTubers were you trying to watch the debut for, by the way? I can't keep up with a lot of the smaller stuff. Or the bigger stuff, now that I think about it. There's so much stuff in so little time. Good God. Can barely keep up with my, like, Oshis that I already like in terms of VTubers. Then I've got VTuber friends I try to pop in on sometimes. Pixel Link Gen 2? I've never heard of it. I do not know that company at all. Trying to look up Chio Chompy. I guess it wouldn't be a surprise that I never heard of her since she just debuted. I had to debate with myself. It's like, I never heard of that, but is that worth telling them? I guess I don't have much else to say at the moment, so why not? Hey, I've never heard of them. Who the hell is Chio Chompy? I could probably find her on Twitter, which has a functional search. Oh, hey, look, there. Right there. Oh, wait. I saw her pop up. Is this one of Pippa's little sisters? I think I saw Pippa tweet that earlier. Of course, I was trying to stream prep and everything, so I didn't even like think twice about looking any deeper. The same rigor? I see. Riggers. Same rigor but different jogger. You saw Pippa in Chio's chat. Pippa gets around. Pippa likes VTubers. I saw a clip where she was on Fauna's channel. And she likes Fauna because she likes the chill mommy types. And a notification that she subscribed popped up, and Fauna's like, "Oh, hello, Pippa. I know who that is." I love Fauna. Fauna is like Oshu #1. Even if she is a filthy vegan. Alright. Time for the second. The second layer here. When algorithm-plagued Twitter has an actually functional and precise search, you have to question the staff YouTube has. Yes! I'm pretty sure YouTube is just like full-on like propaganda curated at this point. Like, I don't think they're even like hiding it. They just put things in front of your face that they want you to see, not that you actually want to see. Yeah, Fauna's a vegan. It's a shame. Nobody's perfect.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
How's it going?
I did not hear you pop in. I thought you wouldn't be here the whole time.
I just hopped in. I was a little white from earlier, but I'm doing okay now, and I wanted to chat for a few minutes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what have you been up to?
Not much. Today was a little packed, especially around noon. So other than doing some drawing yesterday, it hasn't been much.
Ah, yeah.
And tomorrow's going to be jam-packed too, so I'll see if I can get some practice in the morning. Sundays are almost always busy. From work to roleplay.
Tomboy Enthusiast says still would. I'm guessing in reference to Fauna being a vegan, but yes, still would.
I saw the swarm of insects, and I was wondering if Tomboy was being a little too open about his intrusive thoughts again.
What do insects have to do with that?
I don't know.
Exactly.
No idea. Tomboy Enthusiast is unfortunately very funny to take out of context.
I see. So we're just throwing out inside jokes that I don't understand. I see.
Yes. For what it's worth, I usually don't understand outside jokes, so I understand the feeling.
Yeah, Patron's back on the job, so I got actual line art to do.
Hooray!
Yay!
So you'll make sure to stop yourself, right, Dice?
Say what?
You won't finish all the lineup before it gets to Patron, right, Dice?
Oh, he's already got like at least one more panel of this to do.
Awesome.
I think he also lined the tribe girl that I drew last time.
Sweet.
If I want to keep going after I finish this page here.
How much did you get done so far?
Oh, you know what? I have a ton of stuff to do, actually, now that I think about it.
For this page, or in general?
Let's see, I got another one done here. You know what? Let me share my screen so you can see things instantaneously.
Light speed, baby. Let's go.
Go live on Discord.
He's a liver.
Dingus wants to make love to a literal dung beetle. I see Dingus has a stick up his butt about centaurs. That is well established.
Oh yeah. I suppose that's one reason people have been memeing Dingus's taste in waifus. He gave me two options in Kit's chat, and I asked if I could just pick a good one instead.
So Dingus isn't into mammals, you say. The gist I'm getting is that he likes bugs. Is Dingus perhaps a Matara Khan simp? Would not blame him if he was.
I would not be surprised, especially with the possible new Dingus lore of him being an insect enjoyer.
The dung beetle is hot. You guys are coping, he says.
Actually, Dingus, you're coping. Seethe. Heh, got him.
Owls do eat bugs.
Oh, that explains it. He's just hungry. He's so hungry, he needs to eat a dung beetle to survive.
Is he a praying mantis too? He wants to, like, mate with the bugs, then eat them?
I hope the bugs don't lose their heads.
Matara is not too bad a choice. Matara's model is nice.
It's very unique.
It's really expressive. Like, it's not just, oh, she has nice booba.
It's a really unique design. I like it a lot. But every now and again, I keep getting reminded of Pheromosa from Pokemon.
It does have that same kind of quality to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and cockroach monsters isn't too common, so that's probably the next thing I'd lean to.
Feminine cockroach monsters, nonetheless.
I don't know. I've never seen masculine cockroach monsters, except for those ones from that one manga that had a bit of an infamous design to it.
Oh,
Yeah, let me check.
I'm not familiar with this lore.
Oh, terraformers.
Terraformers?
Yeah. Give me a second. Hold on, I want to share this first before I say anything.
Dingus says, some of my favorite VTubers have been animals, one that would be prey to owls like rats and bats. Dingus, slow down on your typing. I can't read this.
I think
Dingus be making typos left and right today.
So new Dingus lore. Dingus doesn't want any waifus, he's just hungry.
Dingus is hungry. That's why he likes the insect waifus.
I'm gonna try to get it. Okay, here's the design of the cockroaches. It doesn't feel real.
They don't even look like cockroaches.
They don't.
They look like some kind of monster from JoJo. They're also not proportionate with each other. That one sitting down is like way smaller than everybody else.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, the longer I look, the more awkward it gets.
Anyways. Tomboy Enthusiast says, you're not you when you're hungry, grab a Twix. It's grab a Snickers, actually. Twix is not as filling as Snickers. Snickers is packed with peanuts. Don't you know?
Oh my gosh. Tomboy Enthusiast is not in tune with his candy bar lore. Banned immediately from my chat.
You're a Butterfinger enjoyer? Eh. Maybe you should stop talking.
He does seem like the type to have Butterfingers.
You're not making yourself look any better here, Pony Boy. Or Tomboy. Why you all gotta be somebody boy?
Well, let me just have a look at the Rumble chat.
Yeah, Rumble chat be busy. Dingus brought his crew over earlier.
Gonna be trying out Rumble myself.
We were having a chat about Rumble and its qualities earlier.
Did I miss the power slap conversation?
No, we weren't talking about power slap. But actually it was a good thing. Like, I started streaming on Rumble on the wrong channel. Because it has, like, a weird thing that it does where like your personal account is a channel, but then you also have channels, like sub-channels under that. And I started my stream on the personal channel because I made like a new preset, and I forgot about that. And Squishy Banana came in and like said something about it, and I was like, what? But I was able to literally just switch channels mid-stream.
That sounds... That's very good.
That's very helpful for like a really niche problem that you would have, but like that's nice. Rumble has a lot of like nice little things like that. Like if a stream goes down in the middle of the stream and you restart it, like you don't have to start a whole new stream or anything. It'll just go right back to the one you were on. And also when you're done, it'll like combine the separate parts into one single VOD automatically, which is really nice.
I remember Rumble having a feature where if a stream gets cut off, it doesn't make a whole new one. It should be able to continue from where you left off if you want. I think YouTube sort of has that too, where, but I don't remember.
Anytime I like screw something up, YouTube is probably the worst affected.
In terms of streaming or in general? Because
like I completely lose like the thumbnail and everything, and it does the default thumbnail when I start one back up. I think it's partly because of how Restream handles it, though. Dingus says Reese's Cups are the best. I have a story about Reese's Cups and why I dislike them.
Oh boy.
I used to be okay with Reese's Cups. I thought they were fine. But then my mom made some homemade Reese's Cups one time. And it was literally just like the chocolate outer shell, but with peanut butter crammed into it. And it wasn't like the kind of crispy peanut buttery stuff they have in normal Reese's. It was just the cream. So I bit into it expecting like a crunch, and I just got a bunch of goo in my mouth, and I was like, oh!
Well, okay, two things. First, Reese's aren't really crunchy per se. And second, I'm surprised to know that scarred you for life on Reese's.
Like, if you want to scar me for life in some kind of a food way, just like turn it into mush. I can't stand mush.
Yeah, like sometimes if the texture of a food is too squishy in a certain way, even if it tastes good, it'll throw me off. Like mainly with fish, I can like the flavor, but the texture of something outside of crab and maybe octopus, if it's fried, really throws me off.
Reese's are not meant to be crunchy? Then what am I remembering? I don't remember Reese's being like especially soft.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Reese's aren't crunchy, and I don't think they had an iteration that had any sort of crunchiness to it.
Are they like relatively solid, or are they actually just like mush on the inside?
No, not. They're not quite mush, but they're not quite solid. It's like solid but soft. So you bite in, it's not gonna fall apart in your hands, or like or be goo if you bite into it. It's more gonna be like sort of like drier peanut butter, which doesn't sound very good, but it's better than it sounds. Reese's have never been crunchy except for maybe those Reese's bars. They recently came out with a version of Reese's that has Reese's Pieces in it, but that's, I know, is really new.
Now
Lucas is
Reese's
getting roasted.
Pieces are kind of crunchy, right?
Oh, but yeah, like they're M&Ms they're M&Ms with peanut butter in them essentially.
Right, right.
Yeah, those are crunchy. Yeah, I miss all the.
But yeah, I haven't had like Reese's Cups since I was a young child. Because
Yeah,
of that experience.
Reese's or whatever else you eat, because Reese's aren't crunchy. Unless you got some sort of vintage Reese's or so old that the peanut butter hardened.
Or it might just be made different back when I was a young lad.
Mm,
Some of y'all are wee babies. I think the main thing is just that they were firmer than what I was getting from the homemade Reese's.
The first, yeah, maybe. Wonder if it's me. For some reason, the Rumble stream always seems to lag behind at certain points.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. That's a tech thing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Which will probably get better as they invest more into it.
Sounds nice.
There's also Reese's cereal that's crunchy. Yeah, most cereal's crunchy.
That wouldn't be,
no matter what it is.
He wouldn't mistake cereal with Reese's Pieces, though. I'm still amused that the supporter symbol Rumble has is a whale. feel like if we get more VTubers on here, that's gonna be enjoyed very much.
Dude, I wish we got some mainstream VTubers on Rumble.
Maybe someday. I keep saying it. Rumble is competent overall. It has many ways to make itself more fun. Let me check what's popular now. Okay.
I feel like Rumble actually has its streaming down really well, like almost on par with YouTube. It's just like there's not as many people over here. It just doesn't have the audience yet.
Yeah. I was thinking more like Twitch's bells and whistles.
I wish somebody would actually implement channel points somewhere else.
Oh, right. I was talking with Gonzo about that. Okay. It's kind of like Skinnerbox, but like just a motivation to keep people watching and stay active. Like after a certain amount, you get some bonus points, and if you claim them, you get another chance for some more. Like gotcha style things.
Yeah, and you can just like do fun things with them.
Yeah. Wait, is Twitch is the only one that has something like that, isn't it?
Yeah. Nobody else has it, and it drives me crazy because that's the only place it is, and I have ideas for things that I could use it for, but I gotta hit the affiliate marks to use it on Twitch. And Twitch be a bitch.
The follower affiliate mark is really harsh. Let's see what's popular on Rumble's front page.
Imagine if Bow came over here. I've never watched Bow.
That'd be... I'm trying to imagine any big YouTuber coming over.
I mean, Pippa would fit right in.
Pippa would. Jeez, I'd love to see Pippa just doing a stream going over everything that shows up on the front page just randomly. I can see, and I would just laugh if she started ranting about Power Slap, wondering why this exists. I'm kind of tempted to watch it just out of curiosity, and because some of the highlight reel thumbnails are pretty funny to look at.
It's not like it's a complicated thing. People just take turns slapping each other.
I guess that there are worse things for people to watch. I'm just surprised it's got its own channel to get some decent traction. Okay, the first 4 picks of Rumble would be politics about Donald Trump, the Orange Man. Next is men's and women's final in a tournament for the channel Street League Skateboarding.
That must be some Tim Pool thingamajig.
Yeah, probably. It's actually got 224,000 views for a 2-hour stream. Next is Warzone from the Rumble Creator House, which is actually about gaming, so that's nice. And Final Fantasy 14, some Final Fantasy 14 content. Okay, that's actually not too bad.
Oh, speaking of Rumble, can you guys remind me to raid somebody when I'm done with my stream here? I keep forgetting to do that.
I've forgotten that a few times on Twitch.
I forget to do it on Twitch too, but that's mostly because nobody's watching me.
What about me, Dice?
I thought you were on Rumble.
I'm multitasking.
Well, thanks for lurking, because I need to hit that threshold of average viewers to get that affiliate status when everybody else is on Rumble.
Stop being so popular on Rumble, Dice. It's killing Twitch.
I can raid Shma? Yeah, I would raid Shma. I just need to remember to do it. Also, I don't think I've ever used the raid feature on Rumble, so I'm gonna have to figure out where the hell it is.
Dingus, since you're here, is raiding on Rumble like raiding on Twitch? Or are there other steps to it? Raz is watching you on both. Ha! See? I'm not the only one.
Okay. Let's see. What else do I need to do to these guys? Anything?
What's up?
I think I just need to add highlights and it will be good. Maybe throw in some reflected lights here on the metal parts.
Perfection. I think it says raid is literally raids linked to the stream. Obviously no space between... Oh wait, slash raid link to stream with no space between the slash and the raid.
Oh, you actually have to type it in? It's not like a button you can hit?
I was wondering if it was like Twitch is where you click on the button, people quote unquote load up for a raid and move over. Nice. Oh, I didn't subscribe to Shma on Rumble. Need to watch it more.
You and me, Grim. I got like 5 other. Now 5 is probably underselling it. I'm probably forgetting people. There's so many freaking streamers like in my friend group that I need to keep up with, but I can't keep up with because I got other shit to do.
Relatable.
And you all stream when I'm at work, which actually might not be such a bad thing because work is kind of boring sometimes.
As I assumed you listened to stuff while you were doing things. Wait,
Sometimes I am busy though, so I can't like be in the chat. So that's kind of sucks a bit of the fun out of it.
it's just an excuse with this guy, isn't it?
Well, if I'm watching like people I know stream, I'd rather be talking to them. Lurking is for big channels that have like thousands of people in the chats that where you can't get a word in edgewise.
You want to spend money for a chance to have someone say hi to you?
Not really. No.
Good. You can get that for free from someone small, such as me, Evergrade Artistry, streaming on Twitch 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, so the raid is /raid and space and link to the stream.
I should definitely be doing the highlights on a darker layer. Or at least starting them on a darker layer.
Possibly.
Oh yeah, like when we were talking about channel points, I was gonna mention some of the things I wanted to do. Like, I want to make my streams like Pee-wee's Playhouse, and have like a bunch of like kooky characters that are inanimate objects, but themed after like my VTuber stuff. And then they can like do things when people use the channel points and say stupid stuff.
I would very much abuse something like that with the Radpole emote.
It's like I was working on a magical sketchbook for myself a while back, and I keep forgetting to finish it. But that's one of the things.
I remember that.
Yeah, with the face.
Oh, I remember the face vividly. Staring into my soul. I was wondering what happened to that concept.
I just never finished it. I got busy doing something else.
It happens.
It do.
Quick question, Dice. What kind of tablet do you use?
I use an Artisul.
An Artisul.
That is spelled Artisul.
Artisul. Oh, I see. Okay. I was thinking of getting something like that for myself, since I use a standard tablet without a screen.
Mm-hmm.
I
think I got their biggest one.
The 21 and 0.5 inch.
Bro, I don't know.
You don't have the metrics memorized?
No. I don't have
Good.
have the measurements of my drawing tablet on hand.
What kind of an artist are you? Next you're gonna tell me you actually draw instead of fantasizing about drawing.
Bro, I don't even draw on different layers. I'm not an artist at all.
Well, impossible.
Or
I've
excuse
seen
me,
you
I
draw on
don't-
the wrong layer before.
Shh, don't tell nobody.
I've pointed and laughed too many times to forget.
You know, Evergrade, when I tell an obvious lie, you're supposed to just play along. It's called...
Oh, what?
It's called, like, kayfabe or something.
Oh, okay,
Improvisational humor. Give me a yes and.
yes, and... Let me think of some... Okay, let me think of an obvious lie that you can go along with. Birds are real.
You always
Okay,
go
now
with
we're-
that one.
No, the twist is we're gonna pretend that Dingus is real and that we're not hallucinating his chats. Boy, it sure is awesome that Dingus is real,
No,
not
I
a
get-
figment of our imagination.
I guess Dingus is a government psyop, isn't he?
Maybe the real government psyops were the friends we made along the way.
He's on his stream today trying to make us think that women are people or something.
Next he's gonna say women... I shouldn't make this joke. I've joked about artists deserving rights, I'll stop there.
Artists deserving rights? What?
No. Just something I joked about since it's kind of stemmed from Koeth mentioning how artists can't not put themselves into their work. And I think my immediate thought was, can artists just not be horrible people? Which led to
No.
an earlier consideration of, do artists really deserve rights?
Dude, I said in Dingus's chat, artists are stupid.
That's probably one of the nicest things you could say as artists.
Source,
And-
I am one.
Artists don't deserve rights. Source, I am an artist. I have a severe case of artism. I know how crippling it can be.
Shiroi is playing Helldivers, by the way. I just got a Steam notification pop up while I was trying to select a layer.
Hold on, I'm gonna see how many. Oh man, I'm gonna see how many tabs I can mark in. Do I have
Enough
I don't
about
even know I
artist
have-
rights, let's talk about artist wrongs. Yes, exactly.
Hmm. One thing I do notice about artists is that without going into too much depth, they are the most susceptible to being seem to be the most susceptible to being swayed by big trends, especially corporate ones that are just shoved really hard. Which is funny because most artists pretend to hate corporations, but they're exactly the types to say it blank is a private business, it can do what it wants.
I have something to say about that, but I can't think of it right now.
You have the thoughts, you're just trying to put the words together.
Something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A not so fun fact I mentioned on stream, but I discovered about the DS. I thought it had a different version that had a USB-C cable that you could attach to a capture card. Apparently not, which is annoying because it not having it isn't. Well, it's a problem in itself, but it was like before streaming went big, so I understand that. But it had the version I have. It has this black indent that's shiny that you think is a place where a USB-C opening or some other sort of plug would go.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently that's not the case. So you can't actually stream natively to it without having it modded.
Yeah, it sucks. This is why I stay away from console games for the most part when it comes to streams. Like, I've streamed the new Pokemon games, but that's about it. Also, I hate consoles.
Understandable.
I think the Switch is the only console I've owned since, like, the Xbox 360.
It's one of the few consoles trying to be a console, and even then it's still doing... Like, all the consoles are just doing things to, like, invalidate their existence.
The Switch kind of, like, saves itself by being a handheld.
Yeah,
like, that's kind of the only reason to still be a console thing.
Yeah, like,
the handheld stuff.
It's the ease of access thing you have with consoles. Making PCs are simpler, but I still think a lot of PC gamers severely undersell how tough it can be to first time build a PC.
Dude, I didn't even build mine. Mine is just pre-built. I built like 2 PCs in my my old life. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to deal with that again.
Yeah, building PCs is kind of annoying. And I'm not the type to just fiddle around with stuff. I just want to put stuff in the box and leave it for ideally forever, but I do need to get it checked out sometime.
Yeah, well, so far my pre-built PC is holding up pretty well, I think.
Yeah, pre-builts are probably the easiest thing. Also, man, it doesn't matter what kind of machine it is, things just not... If I get used to things working perfectly, the one time it doesn't work, then just... That and troubleshooting makes me want to put my fist through whatever device I'm using.
We get in the violent side of Evergrade on this stream.
I think that's the normie side of me. Because I don't know a normal person who thinks who's just completely calm about a wrench being thrown up into their daily routine. Also, I have a habit of just assuming the worst and this deep sense of dread when I know I have to do work. Sometimes. It's not that, and it's not the work itself. It's the fact that it's something. It looks simple. It should be simple, but you have that feeling that you absolutely know something obnoxious is gonna happen. Like for example, anytime you have to do something that involves like something like tech support. Everyone thinks you're just going to flip a switch, but then you have to go through all these steps. It should take a few minutes, but you run into roadblocks either because you don't understand things or the problem is more deep than you realized. That you lose at least an hour of your time, and even after things are fixed, you still feel bummed that you weren't wrong about things.
You know what? You're right. We should keep console gaming alive, just to make sure they don't infest the PC people.
That's one reason to do it. I'm at the weird point with PC gaming. I'm at the weird point where I generally agree with the good points. I just find a lot of PC gamers obnoxious. but that tends to
Thanks.
be. No, it's okay. You're welcome. Hold on. Let me see if I can set up a mirror. No, no, it's more of a general thing. I can see the obvious benefits. Like I said, the only problem is that I think people kind of undersell the accessibility of PC gaming. That's something that consoles have been kind of screwing themselves over with, especially with third-party games just not working right sometimes at launch, which is something you shouldn't have to worry about. You shouldn't have to worry about the specs of a console or if something could handle it, or at least if it's just shouldn't have so much trouble handling it. We're at the point where the visuals tend to look better, but it feels like every other game is struggling just to hit 30 FPS. And I'm one of those deranged freaks who has a PC and sees 30 FPS as acceptable. 60 is better. 60 is better though. Though I think the amount of it usually looks better, though I think in terms of gameplay it matters most depending on how much action a game has. It wouldn't be something I noticed, but I can understand it impacting the flow. I probably just need a side-by-side to really feel it.
Yeah. Like, I mostly play strategy games and turn-based stuff, so...
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where it's nice to it's nice to have, but it's not super detrimental if it's for a more slow-paced style. Also, I've never understood uncapped frames, and it's the kind of thing where, like with 4K, I'm wondering if I may like it, but I'm also a little worried that it'll be hard to go back, and I'm not really, given that a lot of big games are kind of indie games with limited budgets and AAA games with big budgets, and they're trying to be as cheap as possible. I probably wouldn't be able to get much use out of it unless I just modded a bunch of stuff.
I don't know what uncapped frames even are.
I don't either. I'm not sure what it does. And I keep thinking of it. I think of like frame rates going up and down, and that I always associate that with frame drops, which never looks good.
I feel like the people who don't want to do PC like make up a bunch of problems in their head that aren't actually problems that they're gonna run into all that much.
I think
because if you're playing like the PC or the console kind of games on PC, they're probably gonna run fine. It's mostly like independent games that will have these issues, or the big budget stupid crap, which has those issues on consoles anyways.
I don't know, that's okay, I'll agree, but to play devil's advocate, it feels like a lot of I don't think it's been too recent, but for a while, PC gaming has been getting console sloppy seconds. I don't know why I put it like that. Like, they make it for the console, and it feels like a lot of PC ports are afterthoughts at best. That's not the PC gaming's fault, it's companies treating a potential new marketplace as insignificant, and frankly not giving the user base the respect it deserves.
Okay, Grimm's gotta head out. He says he's been building PCs since before the age of 20, and first time is always nerve-wracking.
You there, Dice?
Yeah? Are you?
Yeah, you cut out for quick second.
Yeah, good night,
good now?
Grim. Let's see. Expand selected area. Nope, that's not it. Okay, we gotta find out. Okay, I don't understand their definition of expand and shrink on CSP.
What is it?
It seems to
Looks like
be
it's-
the opposite.
Wait, yeah, it's going inward, isn't it?
It was when I was clicking expand.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Wait a second. Okay, hold up. Flip the selection. Now we select the line art. Then we expand. There we go.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
Oof. All the background stuff is connected to the foreground stuff, and it's hard to pick out which parts need the little halo I'm giving it.
Oh, I see it now.
I'm giving it a rim to make it stand out from the background.
Yep, I see what you mean.
Alright. I'm getting it, I'm getting it.
He's beginning to believe.
Alright, time for a smaller brush.
Okie doke.
Have you seen any internet shenanigans that are worth talking about this week? I haven't really been on Twitter much.
Not a lot. Not a lot. It actually feels like it's been pretty quiet.
No, it's been boring. No big drama. Oh wait, there was Nick Rekieta, but
Oh, yeah. That was kind of sad. I just have a basic understanding of what was going on. I feel like just things fell apart with him out of nowhere because it wasn't keeping up.
not really the kind of thing I usually talk about, but like the only thing of note that happened this week, it seems like.
And in terms of stuff I want to talk about, not much else.
Oh, did you see the demos for the Creatures music I posted in the Discord?
I did. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to them. Let me have a look. Currently listening. Gonna be a minute.
Hmm.
Taking one.
I'm just trying to figure out a good contrast between the background and foreground stuff.
Maybe. For the foreground, maybe you could make the halo bigger. The light around the characters to contrast them. That's my first.
Yeah, maybe. Especially around the guys in the foreground.
That's what I was thinking mainly because actually looking at it zoomed out, they kind of blend in a bit with the background. They need something to help them stick out the most. Also, I listen to the demo music. The first song still gives me Legend of Zelda vibes, but I do appreciate it being faster paced.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like that he picked up the pace so you're not falling asleep.
I like the second one so far. It's got a foreboding feel to it. Mm-hmm. Dale has found the cockroach art I posted.
Oh, is Dale in the Discord?
He is. I hope you're ready to open another tab, Dice. It seems pretty quiet for the most part. Do you use one of those artist gloves that covers to your fingers when you're drawing? So does it?
No. I don't use any special stuff.
Noted.
I'm an unprofessional artist.
Hey, me too. Maybe that'll change someday.
I'm trying to think of a good way to actually like increase the size of a halo so I don't have to actually have to go in and edit all these layers at once.
Ah.
But I think I could have just done it by now and been done.
Possibly.
So let's do that. Let's just go in and do it.
He's doing it, folks.
You know what? Maybe I just need to do it on this one layer and it'll be alright.
Looking good. A little more distinct.